you doing, guys? My name is Ronnie. I'm one of the owners of 5-Star Comfort Heating and Air out here in Louisville, Kentucky. I just want to make this video to kind of explain my journey in starting up my own business with my brother. It's my brother and me that started this business in the end of, it was during fall 2023. And at that time, I had just received my master's, my HVAC master's contractor's license. And I wasn't too sure on how to start, where to begin. Obviously, I know how to run calls, how to do installs and all that. But as far as like getting my name out there, I didn't know how to do it. So I know that my brother, it was kind of like everything worked out. Everything was falling into place. My brother, his friends, most of his friends own HVAC companies, not in the same area, on the opposite side of the coast, on the West Coast. So I thought it was a good idea for me to partner up with him and open up our business. So I called him and talked to him, and we talked and decided to go ahead and open up an LLC. So we did, and I think this is the mistake a lot of people do, not just me. It's like me and my brother, we kept our jobs. We were only doing this part-time. So our dedication and our focus wasn't 100% into our business. We were 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So we did that for like maybe, man, I think actually he was more into it because he had a remote job, so he was able to do most of the office work because his job allowed it to. He had more freedom than me because I still have my old job, which is running calls, service calls, and installs. So my availability wasn't there. So at the beginning, it was very hard for us to get calls, or to book calls. We couldn't get anybody to do our installs because everybody else was working, right? And plus we didn't have enough work to hire a full-time person or a full-time installer. So what we did on the meantime, we put out an ad in hiring in a 1099 contractor, hoping to find somebody out there that wanted extra money. And we were only doing jobs Friday through Sunday because that's the only time that the person that we hired, the 1099 contractor that we hired, was only available Friday through Sunday, and then I was available most of the weekends. But then the problem with that is that when you hire people, it's kind of hard to know if you hire the right person right off the bat, unless you're there the whole time. You're able to see their work, supervise their work, see if they show up on time, see how they are with the customer. So at the beginning, I wasn't able to do that. and my brother, he didn't have no. Now he does, but back when we first started, he didn't have any HVAC knowledge, so he wasn't really able to go out there and see if the job was done correctly or not. So then we started having issues with callbacks, upset customers, because the person that we hired wasn't doing. He was cutting corners, and it was just hurting our business. It was that. It was we couldn't really book calls during the week because there was nobody to fulfill those jobs. So we couldn't really invest into marketing because it would just be a waste of money. Let's say we did get a lot of calls and we weren't able to book them because we didn't have the people. I wasn't available, and at the time, I didn't feel like it was the right time to make that jump, and that's where I'm getting at. For everybody out there that's wanting to open up their own business, and you have to be 100% dedicated. You can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out in this business. You have to go all in, burn the ships, no looking back, in order to survive. But make it happen. You just gotta make it happen, man. Once your back is against the wall, you'll realize your potential and what you can do. And that's where I'm trying to get at. I mean, if you're trying to open up your own business, but first, if you're trying to open up your own business, make sure that you do good work. Make sure that you know what you're doing. It's always good to be able to know how to do service, know how to do installs. I'm talking about residential. And it's good to know how to price your jobs. Don't underbid. Don't overbid your jobs. Stay right in the middle. And you'll learn as you go. You learn that part as you go. But you want to be familiar. You want to get familiar with the market you're in. With around your area. So what I could tell you from my experience is that either you go all in or don't, because you're not gonna survive. And plus you have to have a plan, a game plan. Like, how are you gonna get your customers? If you already have enough people, like by word of mouth, that's fine. That's even better. That's even better because they know what you charge. And if you're fine with that, if you're a one man company, then you should be fine with the prices you were charging, unless you were really cheap. But your customers are familiar with the pricing and the work you do. But if you don't have enough people, customers to survive, then you're gonna have to invest in advertising, marketing, all that. And obviously you're gonna have to have money up front to do that, because all that advertising costs money, costs a lot of money if you really want to get customers. When we started at a very low budget because we weren't ready to go all in. That's the thing. We thought we weren't ready. We should have been. We should have just said, screw it, we're gonna go all in. But we didn't. I hesitated, he hesitated. And then once we started having issues with the guy that we hired, the callbacks, the shortcuts that he was doing, the cutting corners and all that, we had to let him go. And at the time, I talked to my brother. I told him, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job. He quit his job first than me. But like I said, he had a remote job, so it wasn't like he didn't have the time or the freedom to be at. It ain't like he had to be he could only be at one place at one time. He had a remote job, so he was able to move around a lot more than I could. So I talked to him, and I told him, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job. It is what it is. We just gonna have to go all in because it ain't working out. Because we also hired some apprentices just to help out, and then we trained them from the ground up. But at the beginning, like I said, I wasn't able to supervise them, and they didn't know how to do most of the jobs. They didn't know how to braze, they didn't know how to wire. So this is what we did. They did the install part, like the tear out. They'll tear out the old unit, sit the new unit in place, do as much as they could before I got there, right? So after I got off work, I would go straight to that job and finish up the job, like braze the line set, wire up the unit, and it was just a lot of stress. So I finally quit my job, and that's where everything started picking up. I was able to train these guys the proper way. Now they're both at that journeyman level. They're not journeymen, but they're at that level where they know how to do mostly everything except service. They still don't know how to do service, but install wise, they know how to do everything. Braze, wiring up the thermostat, wiring up the unit, outdoor unit, do the gas line. They know how to do all of it. So now we're at our, let's say 2023, end of 2023, 2026. So it's kind of been a year. Last year was really our better year, because that was really our good year. I can't say it's our good year, but it was our test to see where we could take this company to. And then last year we realized, man, we could really take this to another level, and we are. Early this year, we invested in marketing, advertising, everywhere. Now, we have 3 crews, install crews, 2 service techs, and we're still learning. I'm not gonna say we perfected the business, but we're learning every day. Every day, it's a learning day, and it's a grind. You gotta put in the work. Don't be afraid. That's the thing. Don't be afraid, man. It's not the end of the world. If you fail, like I said, if you fail and you're good at what you do, you're a good service tech, or you're a good installer. Let's say things didn't work out or don't work out, you can always go find a job somewhere else. It's not the end of the world. But if you really want to do your own thing, man, just go for it. Don't be scared, man. I know a lot of people, it's always fear. It's always like, oh man, I got kids, I got a mortgage, I got this and that, and all those are just good excuses. All I can say, just pull the trigger, go for it. Like I said, if it doesn't work out, then you can always go work somewhere else. It's not the end of the world. You're not gonna go, nothing's gonna happen because you fail. Everybody goes through failure. It's how you overcome it, how you deal with failure. Do you break down because you failed at something? Not a lot of people survive a business, you know. Not a lot of people have the guts to start their own business. A lot of people are are good where they're at, working a 9 to 5 or not a 9 to 5. HVAC is not a 9 to 5. Working, you know what I mean, working for somebody else, and that's fine. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to. Not everybody should be an owner. But if that's what you really want, I say go ahead and do it, man. Just don't do it halfway. Do it all the way. All the way. Don't hesitate, because you're not gonna survive that way. It's gonna be too stressing. I was stressing out when I was working my other job, and then I had to deal with this one because they would call me, be like, "Oh, the journeyman that we hired, he had to leave early, so he can't finish the job. So I will have to leave my job in order to finish that job, or else the customer will be pissed." So it was stuff like that. You don't want to deal with that. You just want to deal with your own headaches, because you're gonna have headaches no matter where you go. But it's better if it's for yourself. So those are the type of issues I was having. I was having stress. A lot of stress, trying to juggle this job and my other job, and it wasn't working out. So I decided, you know what, I wish I should have done it since the beginning. That's what I should have done at the very beginning. But like I said, it was like everything else. I think it was fear of it not working out or stuff like that. But then I decided to motivate myself, push myself. I was like, man, sky's the limit. We're gonna be the next big company in town, and then eventually be the biggest company in town. And that's been my mindset ever since. I'm just gonna keep going and going and going and going. And God has been blessing us through this journey. Because without God, none of this would be possible. Every day I wake up, I pray, I give thanks to God just to wake up, to be able to wake up another day. Just waking up and opening up your eyes is just another great blessing that a lot of people don't have the fortune to do. So that's why I say, man, if you're trying to open up your own company, man, don't be afraid. Do it. Do it 100%. Don't hold back. Burn the boats. Burn the boats. Just do it, man. Don't be afraid. Because everybody has failed at something at some point. And it's like everything else. It's like people that want to do YouTube videos. They don't want to do it because they're afraid of what they're going to say or what the job's going to look like. It's like, man, it's YouTube. People are going to criticize you no matter what. No matter what. Somebody's going to say something. Nobody's going to ever be like, "Oh, man, good job, man. You did everything perfect." Because it's YouTube. Social media is in general like that. So just keep pushing yourself and make that move. And like I said, if you failed once, if you failed at it, then you can always go work somewhere else. It's not the end of the world, man. And that's my advice. We're still growing. We're still going. We're still moving forward. We still got a lot of growing to do. But this really has been we're going into our legit second year full time. So this is going to be our legit second summer, and we're ready for it, man. We're gonna give it all we got. because that's what you got to do. We're ready, man. There's no stopping. So if any of you guys have any questions on how to start, we started as an LLC, now we're an S Corp. So we're definitely growing. And so if any of you guys have any questions on how to do it, don't hesitate to leave me a comment, drop a comment, and I'll help you out as best as I can. So go ahead, like this video, comment, subscribe, and share it with your other friends that wanna start a business. Whether it's an HVAC business, plumbing business, electrical business, we'll help you out. And me and my brother started another company as well. We'll help out with your marketing, your branding, everything, to make you look to be able, so you can look like a professional. You want to be a professional, you got to show and look the part. So we'll help you out with that, and it's gonna take you to a whole next level. We'll help you get your name out there, and it's definitely gonna change your world. So don't hesitate to reach out, like and subscribe, leave a comment. Peace.